I hate to say this, but we weren't recording sound.
No! Oh my God.
Oh, we're off to a great start.
We're off to a great start.
All right. Hello and welcome to Cinema Double Shot. I'm Wallace McKelvey, a journalist and filmmaker, and today I'm joined by two co-hosts.
Paul Hood and hi, my name is Alice, and I'm here to help keep things on track.
Paul, I think you need to work on that.
Yeah, this is a new skill. This is a new skill. So, but yeah, Paul Hood. I'm here with Alice yet again on an episode of Cinema Double Shot. So
Alice is a puppet that my partner Josh Dorsheimer created, and you can get a look at her up close and personal in the upcoming Fears for Queers presentation as part of Harrisburg Fringe. Just like River City Stories, it's going to be July 16th through 18th. And Erica suggested this. If you want to do the Harrisburg equivalent of Barbenheimer, the Barbie and Oppenheimer double feature.
We got to give it a name.
What do you think we should call it? Like Queers for River City? River City Fears?
River City Queer Stories, or River City Stories for Queers?
River City for Fears? River City for Queers.
In the rears.
Oh,
no,
gosh.
No, that's bad. That's bad.
Welcome to Cinema Double Shot After Dark.
I can't believe I said that.
Well, Fears for Queers and River City Stories are actually back-to-back on at least one of the nights of Fringe Festival. So be sure to go to hbgfringe.com/tickets and get your tickets for both Fears for Queers and River City Stories. And meantime, as you can tell, we're in a spooky set because this is actually set up for filming for Fears for Queers.
Yes.
And Alice is one of the characters.
Alice is one of the beloved characters.
She'll be sitting in on our conversation today.
She'll hang out right here with us.
Right there.
Yeah. So.
And if you couldn't tell, it's freaking hot out there, Paul.
Oh my. Yeah, we've had the heat wave from
hell. It's the heat wave from hell.
Straight from hell, like hand delivered, like Amazon. They just dropped off heat. It was like, here, there's some heat that you ordered. Climate change.
Bezos makes it hot.
Yep.
Delivered hot and not fresh.
Yes.
But extra hot.
Yes. So shout out to anyone that doesn't have air conditioning. Please stay safe.
Stay safe. Stay hydrated out there.
And we got hit with a pretty bad storm last night, and people lost power. So half of Midtown is out.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of messy out there.
Yeah. So
between the power outages, and then we've got some trees down.
Yes.
And I thought it was going to cool off, but last I checked, we're hitting up against the triple digits on the mercury right now.
It's still, because of the humidity, it still feels oppressive. So.
Yeah. So apropos, Paul and I are going to talk about some of our favorite summer movies.
Yes. Summer movies.
So we're not just going to shill for Fears for Queers and River City Stories, although that's part of it. You know how we do.
Yes.
But we're going to talk about some of our favorite summer movies. Mm-hmm. So what is a summer movie?
When I think of a summer movie, I think of action, adventure, some psychological aspects. But yeah, mostly action, adventure, like movies that take you places and put you in situations where you have to figure out how to survive.
Wow.
A lot of survival type stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Or saving the planet. Or dealing with questions about the planet, the universe. As you can tell, I'm a huge fan of Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, so, you got a Spielberg on your list. Right?
Yeah, Spielberg is definitely on my list.
That is a requirement.
Yeah, he's also, I didn't mention this before, but this might be the first summer in a while where Woody Allen hasn't released a film, unless he's going to do something.
I mean, for a while there, he was only putting out streaming movies, and now, I mean,
he's getting up there in age.
He's getting up there, and he's also up to his neck in, some stuff, some uncomfy things.
Yeah. So yeah. But I'm aside from his personal life and everything, I've always been a huge fan of Woody Allen. So
is he like a summer blockbuster to you?
He's not a blockbuster. He's like the if you're not a fan of his work, you're not going to go see a Woody Allen film.
Yeah.
But for those that are fans of his work, like myself, I always know that he usually releases his movies in the summer.
Well, there was a hot minute there where it was like Midnight in Paris, Vicky Cristina Barcelona, Wonder Wheel. Some of them weren't very good.
Yeah.
But it felt like he lived during like the late summer. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Match Point is another one that's great.
Yeah. And then there are the classics like Annie Hall.
Annie Hall.
I think that was I don't know when that was released, but it felt like a summer movie.
Yeah, Crimes and Misdemeanors. There's some good ones out there.
Yeah.
So, but he usually releases in the summer. So, but I didn't put him on my list this year or for this particular segment.
So you have not canceled Woody Allen.
I haven't canceled Woody Allen. I just haven't seen much work from him lately, and I think he is just kind of I don't know what he's doing, but
I think he canceled himself. He's like, I've had enough. I'm canceling myself.
I can see Woody Allen going, all right, I'm just gonna cancel myself.
I don't know how old he is, but he's also gotten to the point where like, he might be feeling the aches and pains, because I know I certainly am.
Yeah. Wow.
I've got De Quervain's tendinitis.
And I told Wallace I think that's from him pressing his button on the camera.
Yep, you got it.
Cause
never mind that it's actually this hand that I use to press the button on the camera. This one has sympathetic pain.
Or maybe it's from using this.
The puppet?
This thing actually does give you like a little bit of a workout when you're using it. So Alice is a personal trainer.
Actually, that's how Paul got these muscles. He's been working out with Alice. Oh, man. So, like, for me, a summer movie, and I kind of take a more liberal view of it, like I do all things, much to Josh's chagrin. But, like, I feel like summer movies have a vibe to them.
Yeah.
Number one, like, some of the, I'm looking at some of the movies on my list, and some of them definitely are set during the summer.
Yeah.
So you got the steaminess. There's a certain, like, especially like Do the Right Thing, which we have talked about on at least.
Because we're big fans of Spike Lee.
This will be the third episode where we talk about Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee. Mm-hmm. But Do the Right Thing we didn't put it on either of our lists because we knew we were going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because you can't not.
Yeah.
But that movie, literally, like Ernest Dickerson, the cinematographer, he captures heat.
Yes.
You feel the heat emanating off of that film just in the way that it's lit, and the sweat that's pouring down faces, and it almost you see the heat wave in the film, and it just does a wonderful job of. It feels like summer in the city.
That would have been a great movie for Midtown Cinema to do for their outdoor. But I think they can't do Can they do R-rated?
I don't think they do R-rated
because
movies.
It's a family.
Because it's mostly families and
but
kids.
to re-release in the theater during
Well, I know it's on
summer.
It's on the Criterion Collection.
Yeah.
So whoever has the distribution rights for Do the Right Thing, it's a summer movie. Put it out on like 1,000 screens across the country. Let's see it on the big screen.
And it's very timely.
Yes.
Especially now.
It never stopped being timely.
Never stopped. Yes.
But now...
Yeah. But more now than ever before.
So Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee gets an honorary position in both of our lists because it's a freaking masterpiece. Yeah. We've talked about it before. You can check some of our previous episodes where we talked about it.
Yes.
But it's a great film, and it's a great summer film.
Yes.
Looking at my other movies, so there's a few in there that like are set during summertime, and there's a few that have that kind of like summertime vibe, which I think I actually go the opposite direction from you. You were talking about adventure.
Yeah.
I tend to think the best summer movies, or at least the ones that I gravitate to, they kind of feel like the hazy, lackadaisical feeling of being on summer vacation.
Yeah.
Like you feel kind of lazy. You feel tired. Yeah. You're just kind of you're languidly moving through your day.
You're not hydrated.
You're not. Well, you're not hydrated.
Yes.
But we're gonna stay hydrated right
Water,
here.
people.
Yep.
Drink your water.
All right, water break. This is a hydration break.
Ooh, I'm gonna put that there.
You can set it up here if you want. All right. Yeah, just set it behind the Zoom.
Drop. All right. So yeah.
So do we want to get into it?
Let's get into it.
Why don't you break me off your first on your list?
All right. So the first on my list, and see. All right. So let me just preface my list because I'm an '80s kid. Well, I was an '80s kid. So a lot of my movies, the ones that I grew up watching in the summer, are going to reflect that. So my first summer movie is Back to the Future, starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, directed by Robert Zemeckis, who's an amazing director. He directed Forrest Gump, which won an Oscar in 94. Thank you. So it came out July 3rd, 1985. And I was lucky enough to see it in theaters. I saw it at the Elks Theater in Middletown, where I grew up up until age 11. So that's on my list because, as I said before, the action adventure, the act of doing, the characters having to do something to change the trajectory of their lives or like survive I feel like summer movies have those elements. Yeah. So, and it's just a great movie.
It's a classic.
Yeah. So, and Robert McKee, who's a great teacher he's a screenwriting professor at UCLA, uses Back to the Future in his classes as story beats. It's perfect story beats in writing. So, as a screenwriter myself, I often refer to Back to the Future for like how to do story beats. So, but yeah, so Back to the Future is definitely, if you haven't seen it, which if you haven't seen Back to the Future, what are you even doing? I highly recommend it. So go on your streaming channels, find it. If you have to rent it, which you probably have to, do it. So
back in the day, that's a movie that I have probably seen 50 or maybe 100 times because it was on TNT and TBS constantly. Like throughout my childhood, you could turn on TV at any point, especially on summer break, and you would find it, or you would find one of the sequels. I felt like number 1 and number 3 got played more often than number 2. And maybe because number 2 is a little funky. Like because it scrambles the timeline considerably, and it's got some heavier I mean, it's pretty dark already with the whole incest plotline.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for a movie that is now 40-some years old.
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe it's that old now.
Yeah. But like the first one has some darkness to it, but the second one goes even deeper. Like is like the realness of what happens to adults. You know, once you get out of high school, the world just comes up and smacks you in the face.
And I can't remember if Zemeckis directed the other. Did he? I think he just did one, right?
I think he did all three. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
I could be wrong though.
Yeah, because
this is some half-ass, like no research discussion going on here.
Yeah, we're just going off.
I think he directed all three.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But that's a classic.
Yeah. And
I've seen that movie. I don't even know how many times.
It's a perfect summer movie. It has everything. It has romance, has action, has adventure, has some science stuff in there.
Some funky science.
With
Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, physics and good hard like science, but a lot of physics because it deals with time travel, obviously. So.
When was the last time you traveled in time?
I went to Grand Rapids. No, I'm just kidding. Grand Rapids is a great town. I was just there like that. The last time I traveled in time was about 2 weeks ago.
Were some substances involved?
I said that like I really did it. So yeah, the last time I traveled in time was about 2 weeks ago. I don't know.
So I'm gonna mess with you. We travel through time every day.
How do we do this?
Sleep.
Oh, yeah. I never
Think
thought
about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. So when you go to sleep, you enter this other world where time doesn't exist. Right?
Yeah.
Like, so sometimes you remember your dreams, but more often you don't.
Yeah.
And you fall asleep with the world in one place, and then you wake up and it's a brand new world.
Time travel.
The rest of the world, large swaths of the world around us, have kept moving, while you've stayed in the same place. So I think sleep is the least expensive form of time travel.
Yes. That's a great point. This is why I hang out with Wallace, man. He's opening up new doors of thought.
All right, moving on. We're opening up new doors. So mine is for me a real like piece of nostalgia. And when I talk about having seen Back to the Future like 50 plus times, I've probably seen my first movie 200, 300 times in my lifetime. Wow. It is National Lampoon's Vacation from 1983, directed by Harold Ramis, and it's got a stacked cast like Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, Imogene Coca as the like Dottie aunt who goes with them for part of the road trip, and then something happens. I'm not going to spoil a movie from 1983. Plus Randy Quaid, and like it's got everyone you can imagine in it. And Vacation for me, it's like I identify with it because when I was a kid, and in some ways, this was a privilege of growing up with my family the way that we did. You know, even though my dad, worked as like a janitor, didn't make a lot of money, he saved up all throughout the year, and we would load up the pickup truck or the Chevy Suburban, and we'd go on a cross-country road trip every summer for like a decade when I was growing up. And no joke, we would leave from New Jersey, and for some of we went to California twice.
Oh wow! So
loading up the Chevy Suburban, full of our junk, and we would sleep in this car sometimes. Wow. We would go on a road trip from Jersey over to California and back, or from Jersey we'd sweep through the South to see my half sister, and then down to Texas, and then loop back through the Midwest. Or we went up to Canada the one year. So a lot of the things that are in this movie are things that, maybe not quite the same way. Like my dad was a pretty good driver. We didn't go off any cliffs.
He didn't fall asleep at the wheel like Clark Griswold.
No. But like a lot of the things in this movie are relatable.
Yeah.
Because pieces of it, are things that we actually did. And because of that, my family watched this movie a lot. Nice. Like this is another movie. It was on TV constantly when I was a kid. And my mom at some point recorded a bootleg VHS tape off of TBS. Nice. And we wore that VHS tape out, like watching and rewatching this film. Wow. So like large swaths of this movie, I can just fall into quotes from it at the drop of a hat.
What's your favorite quote from Vacation?
Well, the Chevy Chase's whole monologue when he gets caught canoodling with Christy Brinkley in the pool. Yeah. Oh, she was just a poolside waiter. Yeah, she was taking my order in the pool. That whole monologue that Chevy Chase gives, explaining to Beverly D'Angelo why he was in the pool with this sexy Playboy model, is just fantastic. Yeah, it is a great piece of humor.
Was that improv by Chevy?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if they did some improv.
Yeah, because
behind the scenes. Improv. Yeah. But it's a funny and weird movie, and it just like speaks to me. Yeah. So
that's a good one.
I actually haven't seen it in a while, so maybe I should revisit.
We got to do a classic movie, like a summer where we can just watch these classics.
Yeah, hit up the ones that like meant something to us when we were kids, and see if they still hold up. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
awesome.
But I feel like Vacation is in my DNA.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie so many times,
and you've lived it, so that's a good connector. So that's great, man.
Yeah. So what's your next movie?
My next one. All right, for the horror fans out there, and horror movies are making a comeback. It seems there's been some great horror movies out.
Yeah, we've got Obsession, which was a huge hit.
A huge hit.
And an inspiration to YouTubers everywhere.
Yes. And then there's Backrooms, which is more of the psychological horror. But this one, from 1982, directed by Tobe Hooper.
I think it's Toby.
Toby? Is it Tobe?
I think it's Toby, but I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right.
But it's spelled Tobe.
Tobe Hooper was a great director from the 80s. Poltergeist, June 4th, 1982.
Is that another one you saw in the theater?
I saw that in the theater.
Oh.
Yes. I'll never forget. I've seen a lot of the movies that are on my list. I'm lucky that I've seen them on the big screen, shot in 35, with which is now a look some filmmakers are trying to replicate, or they're shooting with 35. But yeah, Poltergeist, another movie that has a really good setup. All of the things, and this is another one. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Poltergeist is great because not because of the horror aspect itself, because it deals with a family that is moved into a development, and a lot of this stuff is relatable now because what's happening now even in the Harrisburg area. All of the land that was just used for like farming and just open land is now being developed. And I mean, I love cities and I love urban development, but a lot of these places are being like, even in Lebanon County, there's swaths of land that are being developed like near like Cornwall, Lebanon, which is literally just cornfields. Or now that there's like housing developments. So Poltergeist deals with the act of development, like suburban development that is taken over like Native American land.
Yeah.
So what happens is some of the spirits that inhabit that land have decided to take the land back. And
I mean, it was their land.
it was their land,
and you know they got disturbed by all these backhoes and stuff.
yeah. So I'm giving you the spine of Poltergeist, but as far as the story itself, it's really and this is a nice family that moved in to the house, and they were unaware of this, and then things start happening, and then the spirits go after the young child, Carol Ann, and for some reason they really want Carol Ann because Carol Ann's like a light. She's a good spirit, so they want her. So yeah, but that's the deep part of Poltergeist. But as far as summer movies go, I think it is because it has a really good story and has a message. So, and you're not beaten over the head with the message, but you understand. And as I got older, I started to realize, they were living in a house or in a development that was taken by these greedy developers. So
even if you as an individual are not cognizant of it, the past is always with us.
Yes.
It isn't even past.
Yeah.
It's still there. Mm-hmm. The exception is like, well, do you choose to engage with it or not? Mm-hmm. And well, sometimes you don't get to choose.
You don't get
sometimes
no
the past
choice.
will just mess with you.
Yep.
Regardless.
Furniture will start moving in your house. And, you'll start seeing things, and then next thing you know,
your kid is in the television.
Kid is in the television. They're here, which is a famous line from.
Yeah.
This is a great scene in the movie when the hand, that little floaty looking smoke hand comes out of the TV, and then Carol Ann touches it, and then it's such a good scene. I wish we could do clips, but see Poltergeist if you haven't.
Well, we're gonna have to if that comes on 35 millimeter sometime.
Oh my God!
Like at the Gap Theater, for example.
At the Gap,
we're gonna need to go see it.
The Mahoning Drive-In somewhere.
It's one of Josh's favorite movies.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's not just, and that's what I liked about a lot of these movies. Just the way they were written, like I mentioned before, the story beats are always really solid, well-paced movies. So see Poltergeist if you haven't. I don't know. Did they try to remake Poltergeist? I can't remember.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
I the only way, I don't know. I think they should
need to
re-release it in 'theaters and let us experience it like that. So.
And special effects, I rewatched it on DVD or something, 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
They hold up.
Yeah, the special effects are amazing.
So there's absolutely no reason other than money.
Yeah, shout out to ILM. ILM was in the 80s, they were balling.
Yeah.
They were the go-to industrial light and magic for those that don't know what the acronym means. They were incredible, the way they did their visual effects and everything. So, yeah. Good one.
So my next one. So, we have talked about Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window so many times on this podcast. So I'm gonna shift gears, but know that Rear Window is a great summer movie too. Yeah. But there's another Alfred Hitchcock movie called To Catch a Thief. It's a classic from 1955 with Cary Grant and Grace Kelly. There's romance, there's adventure, there's mystery. Mm-hmm. And in this, it's set on the French Riviera, so you've got those sun-kissed, summery vibes going on.
Nice.
And Cary Grant is a retired, or is he, jewel thief, and he's enjoying his nice lazy summer retirement. Just driving around the coast and enjoying himself. Good food, good drink, lots of girls, even girls that he's not interested in. And suddenly he's under investigation because there's a burglar called the Cat who has been hopping around all the terracotta roofs of the French Riviera, stealing jewels from different people. And so the suspicion has fallen on Cary Grant's character, and he ends up meeting one of the socialites on the coast, played by Grace Kelly, and together they try to prove that he's innocent. It's just a great breezy film that just captures the spirit of the summertime. I watched it for the first time on Turner Classic Movies, which that was the early film education was Turner Classic Movies. I used to watch it all day, and even I remember during the summertime when it was super hot and I didn't have anything else to do. I could spend a whole day just watching Turner Classic Movies in the air conditioning, watching these great films just back to back to back. And To Catch a Thief was one of the first ones that I loved Hitchcock. And I love this film, and it feels like summer to me. Yeah.
I like when movies can transport you like that.
Yeah.
You can watch it in December when it's freezing outside and be like, I can feel this setting. And it takes you there. So Hitchcock was good at that.
It's a chill vibe movie.
Yeah.
Not all of Hitchcock movies are chill vibes.
No.
He has a few harsh vibes too. Yeah. I would say Strangers on a Train, that's a harsh vibe movie.
Yeah.
It's a great movie, but it's a harsh vibe movie.
Yeah.
But To Catch a Thief is it's a chill vibe. You sink into it, and it feels like summertime.
Yeah. North by Northwest is kind of not chill, but it's also kind of.
It's a mix.
It's a mix of comedy and then espionage intrigue type of
and North by Northwest I would say is another great summer movie. By Hitch. He made a whole bunch of really great. Vertigo is a harsh vibe movie.
Yes, Vertigo is.
That's not a mellow movie.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece, but it ain't a chill vibe.
I love Vertigo too. That's one of my favorite Hitchcock movies.
So what's next on your list?
All right, my next one is I'm gonna take us outside of the realm of psychological horror and horror films and action adventure. Well, this one I guess would be action adventure. All right, so here, let's get into it. American Ninja. So
I have never heard of this movie.
This
is a deep cut.
This is a deep dive into this is one of. All right, so this movie, all right, so let me go back into the recesses of my memory. American Ninja. Let me give you the rundown quick. American Ninja, August 31st. 1990. And it's the fourth film, apparently, which I didn't know. It's the fourth film in this series, so I caught the tail end.
Oh.
This.
What's the series?
It's American Ninja. It's just a series.
Oh, so the fourth movie is just American Ninja.
Yeah, it doesn't have it's just I guess the fourth film in the American Ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah. So So yeah,
it's kind of like what the modern horror movies do, where they're they're in the fifth movie in the franchise is it's just Scream. It doesn't have a number on it.
I was obsessed with martial arts as a kid.
Tell me more.
I found martial arts fascinating, to a point where later in my teenage years, actually my early 20s. I did take a martial arts class because the idea of learning to defend yourself and never having to defend yourself is a fascinating thing to me. So it's martial arts. Shout out to anyone, Eric Neal, who's a director I just worked with. He's an amazing martial artist and stunt person. I find that the act of studying martial arts really fascinating. So as a kid, I really got into this movie. I found it in a VHS tape somewhere in my mom's house. I was like, American Ninja. I watched this movie almost every day for like that whole summer.
Oh, wow.
So check it out. It's directed by Cedric Sundstrom.
Never heard of him.
I don't even know if he's... I hope he's still alive. I don't know. This is 1990. I don't know how old he was then. But American Ninja.
Are there any stars in it?
Not anyone we would recognize. Huh. And forgive me, I didn't go through the cast.
What's the plot?
The plot in this particular film is they're trying to stop it is a very simple plot. They're trying to stop like world domination or something, and there's some foreign enemies that are coming to America to, cause trouble. And the ninjas are going to save the day. So American Ninja, man, August 31st, 1990, which is, yeah.
How old were you, if you don't mind my asking?
1990, how old was I? I was 16, okay. 15, 16, yep. So I was a young guy, young bull.
So did you practice some of the moves that you saw
on
the VHS tape?
But I was terrible. But like, when I took the martial art, I was like, man. So like it helped me with a lot of my just being calm or inner peace.
Yeah.
And there was a point where I got into this thing where I wanted to study Buddhism. Mm-hmm. Like it was a fascinating thing for me, and I still find martial arts like really intriguing. So yeah.
This movie, despite like I've never heard of it, yeah. I'm sure someone out there has heard of it, but like I've never heard of it. This movie was foundational. It opened doors for you.
Yeah, as simple as it was. Like to think that something that simple like a cheesy. And forgive me for saying cheesy, but it was, it's the 90s. Like, a lot of things were cheesy back then. Like this is jumping off a topic a little bit. Well, not really, but like the Ninja Turtles. I was fascinated with it. Like, and this is around the same time period. I was like, turtles in New York City that can kick your ass.
But they're also kind of zen.
They're kind of zen.
And they're working with this Master
Splinter, who's a rat. Like a wise ass-kicking rat. That's such a New York thing. So it's like, oh, okay. But
and the movies we see when we're like that young, because we haven't been exposed to as much, like they take on outsized importance. And it's like a magic trick, when you see a movie like that it opens new worlds to you in a way that, the movies that you see as an adult, maybe they can, but like because you've experienced so much more as an adult, no single one of those experiences will be as impactful, right? Because you've had so many more of them. Anyway, I'm curious about American Ninja now.
American Ninja.
When was the last time you saw it?
Oh my gosh. Probably August 31st. No. I saw it like after it came out, so it was probably around
91.
Yeah, it was like, I remember summer and watching this movie, and I was like obsessed with it. It was a really strange moment. So stay tuned for River City Ninjas.
the next installment of River City Stories.
River City Ninjas. Oh, that'd be great. Can you imagine seeing Sharia Ben kick somebody's ass.
I can definitely imagine it. You disrespect Sharia Ben, you're getting your ass kicked.
Shout out to Sharia. I'm sorry, Sharia, but we love you. So, but what's your next movie?
I'm going to go with another one that I saw when I was really young, and it made an impact, definitely. It's a little movie called Speed.
Oh yeah, good one. That's
1994. Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock on a bus that can't go below 55 miles per hour on the LA highway system, which, as you know, very seldom moves 55 miles an hour. And it is a I saw it for the first time on a janky VHS tape at my friend's house. Probably in 95, I'm going to say. Yeah. I would have been 8. Mm-hmm. It's not quite foundational in the same way that, say, Rear Window or Jaws is. But and Jaws, shout out, is another great summer movie. But we've talked about it multiple times. So I'm like, I don't need to talk about Jaws again. Yeah. I've talked about it enough. But Speed is like a Swiss watch. The way that film, the script is constructed, and it works with its conceit so beautifully, and it also develops like this. It in very short vignettes, it develops all these characters. Like you've got Orlando Jones on the freeway on his gigantic cell phone, getting angry when he crashes into the those dividers when you go for the off ramp. Mm-hmm. And it's got Beth Grant, who's in so many Coen Brothers movies, as one of the passengers on the bus who's flipping out and having an anxiety attack, which makes absolute sense. Yeah, if you were on a bus with a bomb and it's going to blow up if you go below 55, I'd have an anxiety attack probably.
It launched Sandra Bullock's career too,
and she is fantastic in it.
Yeah,
Sandra Bullock. And it's hard to call her underrated now that she's got that Oscar for that middling film that I won't name. But Sandra Bullock is freaking fantastic in Speed, and so is Keanu Reeves, and they have great chemistry together. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna do a little honorable mention because I also love the sequel. Speed 2: Cruise Control gets a lot of crap. And I'll say this, it is not as finely constructed as the original is, but it is also a great summer movie. Nice. And in this one, in the sequel, Speed 2: Cruise Control from 1997, I guess they couldn't get Keanu Reeves. He must have wanted too much money for it, or he was too busy making Johnny Mnemonic or something. But they swap out Keanu Reeves with a lookalike, Jason Patric, who was in a lot of stuff in the 80s. Yeah. And they have Willem Dafoe as the bad guy, who, one distinct thing I remember from Speed 2: Cruise Control is, the bad guy has some kind of, lead poisoning because of the corporation that he worked for. And that's why he ends up hijacking a cruise ship and making it so the cruise ship can't go below, 55 knots or something. But he's got leeches who are sucking and cleaning his blood. Oh. And that's the villain's thing. Yeah. That's his weird thing that makes him scary. But Speed 2: Cruise Control similarly has an all-star cast on a boat that is heading toward an island, at which point it will crash into the island and cause havoc. It's got the singer Tamia, the R&B singer Tamia, who is best known perhaps for her cover of Stranger in My House, which I am going to sing at karaoke someday. I love that song. I love Tamia's Stranger in My House. Nice. There's a stranger in my house. Took a while to figure out. All right, I'm stop. It's got a great cast, and it's got a great action set piece at the end. Nice. When the cruise ship actually, spoiler alert, rams this Caribbean island.
Wow.
It is such a it's a wild ride. I don't know why people hate on Speed 2. Yeah, it's not as good as the original, but it's fun.
I can't believe I've never seen Speed 2.
All right, we're going to have to make a double feature of American Ninja and Speed 2.
You know what's funny? You ever go back and look at movies you loved as a child?
Uh-huh.
And you're like, why did I like this? This is so bad.
Because it's great. There are no guilty pleasures. Yeah. There are only pleasures. All right, what's your next movie?
All right, so my next one is way outside the box and kind of surprising. Well, maybe surprising. I don't know. There's a really cool... All right, before Harry Met Sally became like the guidebook for romantic comedies, there was a movie called Key Exchange that came out August 14th, 1985, and it was directed by Barmint, and I'm probably butchering the name, Barmint Kelman.
Paul, you're going for these deep cuts, and I am here for it. I've never heard of this movie
Key
either.
Exchange was this really cool, charming movie set in New York City, like every great romantic comedy of the 80s. Set in New York City about this guy and this lady that get romantically involved, and she's ready to commit and he's not, and then things happen, and they exchange. She wants to exchange keys with him so she can so
they can knock boots later.
Yeah, well, he can like get access to her apartment. He's like, I don't want the key, so that's why it's called Key Exchange. So it deals with basically a New York bachelor that meets the perfect woman, but he doesn't want to commit. And it has like all the elements of romantic comedy that, all the tropes, forgive me for saying that. But yeah, it's a really cool movie, and I can't find it anywhere. Like, I've looked on all the streaming channels, even Amazon, and I cannot find this movie. Maybe it is on Amazon, I don't know. But it's hard to find it.
Huh.
But it's called Key Exchange.
And how did you first see it?
I think I was just watching back in the day. I'm so old. Back in the day, we had the HBO, we called it the box. Thing that sat.
I remember the box.
Clunky box that sat on your TV, and you either had
it had like the little red dials on it.
Yeah. You had the ugly big brown remote that looked like, I don't know what the heck this thing was, but I was just flipping channels one day and I put this movie on, and I started watching it. And I was like, I really got into this movie at such a young age.
Huh. Do you know who was in it?
No. I can't remember any of the actors.
This wasn't Cinemax, was it?
No, it wasn't Skinemax.
Does it kind of sound? You know,
it does sound like
it sounds like a key party. Do you know what those are?
Key parties, yeah.
Yeah.
I think if I'm not mistaken, there's something like that. It's very New York. It's a very New York story. So check it out.
Key Exchange.
Key Exchange.
All right.
I think I don't know, Wallace. I think you might like it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to find this movie.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So Key Exchange, great romantic comedy, 1985. Go find it and watch it and tell me what you think.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also going to get a little sexy with my next one too.
All right.
Alfonso Cuarón, Y tu mamá también. The
You're
movie.
digging now. That's digging.
I don't think that's that much of a dig. The movie was nominated for an Oscar, so it's not that obscure.
Yeah. All right.
But it came out. It was made in 2001. I think it probably got in theaters in 2002 or 2003. Like it was during that time period, like foreign films, and this is a film from Mexico. Alfonso Cuarón is a Mexican director who went on to like make some like really big mainstream Hollywood movies now. Children of Men is one of my favorites, but he also did Gravity, and he did Roma for Netflix. So he's not like an obscure director. But this is one of his early films, and it's a road movie with Gael Garcia Bernal and Diego Luna are two like sex-crazed like teenagers who go on a road trip with I believe it's one of their is it one of their aunts or cousins played by Maribel Verdú. And they have like this sexual awakening, but it's a summertime road trip, and they're trying to get to the beach, basically. And it's just like it's a vibe movie. And I didn't even see it when it came out because it came out in America in like 2003 or so. I saw it. I remember I saw it freshman year of college, in like first week of my freshman year. It was playing in this like little black box theater underneath the student center. And it was the sexiest thing that I had seen like as a grown ass adult. As a nascent adult, freshman of college. And watching that movie, it was like, number one, it's a vibe. It is definitely a summer movie. You feel the heat. Similar to Do the Right Thing. It is beautifully photographed. You feel the heat, the very saturated colors, the yellows and the oranges and the reds and the green from the flickering fluorescent lights of the nighttime bar that they go to. Like it feels like summertime to me. And it's just it's this beautiful road movie about what it is to come of age.
I'd like to find this movie and
great
check
performances, great cinematography, beautiful script.
And those are two great actors too.
I mean the triptych, all three of them. Maribel Verdú is also in she tends to be more in character roles. But like she was in Pan's Labyrinth, and she played what was her character? It was the one employee of that place where the little girl ends up, and she's like trying to protect her. Anyway, they're all great. The entire cast is great. Beautiful film, and for me, like a really great summer film.
Cool. Nice. This is great movies. Get out and see these movies if you haven't. So, and you know what? Honestly, a lot of the people from a lot of Gen Z kids, or the kids, well, they might not have seen these. So check these movies out. These are great.
Get your education.
Yes, these.
So I think you have one more to go.
I have one more, and all right, we're going back to Hitchcock.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Psycho 2, June 3rd, 1983.
Not directed by Hitchcock, actually.
No, not directed by, but directed by Richard Franklin, who actually did an amazing job. Psycho 2 is actually, it's really cool because it just takes, the story takes place right after they find the car in the marsh. You know how he pushes the car. These are not spoilers. If you haven't seen Psycho 2, what are you doing? No.
But get to the video store.
Yes. Order these movies. You can probably find Psycho 2 on Amazon.
Yeah.
Rent it for like $4. But,
yeah.
Psycho 2 is a great follow-up. Anthony Perkins is still incredible in this movie. And there's a scene in this movie that is so disturbing that it's still hard for me to watch it today. Did you see Psycho? You saw Psycho 2, right?
I actually didn't see Psycho 2 until like 2 or 3 years ago.
Wow, did you?
Josh introduced it to me.
So you remember the shovel?
Yes.
The shovel scene.
Yes.
Google it. Like, put it in YouTube. Put Psycho 2 shovel scene or something like that. It is bananas. I'm like, was that? I remember gasping. I was like, oh my! I couldn't believe how. So yeah.
So when did you see this? Did you see it in the theater?
I saw Psycho 2 in the theaters.
Oh my goodness.
I saw Psycho. Actually, no. Here's a weird story. Well, not weird, but I didn't see Psycho because it's much older. I didn't see Psycho.
Yeah, I mean, 1960 was before even you
before
were born.
any of us.
Yeah.
So I saw Psycho 2 before I saw Psycho.
Oh.
So it was cool to see, and then I connected the dots, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. So watching them back to back, you can watch them back to back because they're not long. I mean, it's like 3 hours almost or 4 hours. You can watch these movies back to back because you do it now with streaming.
And I didn't even think about it, but there's a whole bunch of Psycho sequels.
Yeah.
There's a Psycho 3, which is, I believe that's the one where Vera Miles is, like, the Anthony Perkins' character gets released from prison, and he's trying to reform himself. Yeah. And I think Vera Miles comes back, and she is trying to drive him crazy, so he will go back to prison. Yeah. Have you seen Psycho 3?
I've seen Psycho 3.
That is a weird. That's a plot.
Weird. Yeah.
And then Psycho 4, which is also really good. Anthony Perkins' character is once again trying to be on the straight and narrow, but he feels compelled to kill again. Yeah. So he calls in a radio program with, I believe it's CCH Pounder, who is freaking great. Have you seen Psycho 4?
She's great in everything, yeah.
Psycho 4 was like a TV movie.
Yeah.
And she's trying to talk him out of killing someone.
Wow.
Which is, it takes the franchise into like more of a psychological thriller territory. Yeah. It's not a masterpiece, but it's an interesting treatment of of the familiar characters.
Yeah.
Like, Norman is calling into a radio program.
And then there was the miniseries Bates Motel with the Norman Bates as a teenager. I think he's a teenager.
Yeah. So. Which I've seen. I haven't seen the whole series. I've seen pieces of it. Vera Farmiga is quite good as the mom. Yeah.
So Psycho 2. Oh yeah, Psycho 2. Psycho 2 is really it's a nice follow up, and I loved how 80s sequels did that. They sometimes like Friday the 13th, which I don't know if is that a summer release? I remember seeing it in the summer at the drive-in. Another great experience, but the way they would start the part 2, you always got a little bit of the first story, and then it started the second story. So I don't know. Kind
of like what we do with the installments of River City Stories. We get the previously seen on.
Yeah. So yeah, check out Psycho 2. See Psycho first. Don't do what I did. Well, I didn't have a choice, but.
Well, yeah, back in the day, it was hard to see like old movies unless they were showing in the theater.
Yeah. So my introduction to Hitchcock really, on his horror side, was Psycho 2, which is interesting to me. So.
Yeah. And it's not as bad as you would think.
No, it's really good. It's like well done. But that shovel scene is diabolical. So, be ready for that.
Word.
Yeah.
So, my last pick is another steamy, sexy summer movie. A movie where, like, the sweat just drips off this movie.
Wallace is horny.
Hence the red light. The red light is on.
Oh my goodness.
I'm talking about Larry Kasdan's Body Heat from 1981.
Good one.
It's got William Hurt, who is like, basic white man. He's standard issue white man in the 80s. But he's still hot. He's a hunky piece of dad bod. And of course, the inimitable Kathleen Turner, who is just like, that voice is just liquid sex. That gravel, that low voice of Kathleen Turner.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Heat wave.
All right, I need a fan. But Body Heat, it's a film noir. I forget where it's set, but it feels like it's set in the South somewhere. Yeah. And Kathleen Turner is, I believe it's Richard Crenna is her husband, her character's husband. Kathleen Turner's character is clearly not having a fun life with her older, stodgy, sugar daddy of a husband. Yeah. So she recruits William Hurt with a story about how he's abusive to her and sets up a familiar film noir plot of a love triangle with possible murder afoot. And the plot itself is not it's not earth-shattering. It's pretty standard issue. But the treatment of it, the performances, once again, the cinematography, I feel like you can convey heat really well. Yeah. And this film, it feels hot. It feels like summertime. And not just sexy hot, but like grimy, your dashboard is melting in the heat. 1981 hot. Yeah. Yeah, like that feeling of sitting in the line at McDonald's in 105-degree heat.
That reminds me of, rest in peace, Tony Scott. Remember every Tony Scott movie had that.
It had a look to it.
Everybody was sweaty.
Yes, it did.
And it was really saturated with like reds and oranges and like haziness. I missed that about. And he's made some great summer movies.
Do you have any specific Tony Scott
I don't know if it came out in the summer, but it had a very summery because it dealt with baseball. The Fan.
Oh yeah,
Robert De Niro and Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, I forgot about that movie.
Benicio del Toro was in it.
Yep.
So The Fan, Tony Scott.
When those summer blockbustery like Tony Scott, Ridley Scott kind of movies, they had the most stacked casts.
Yes, they did. Yes.
Like they had like a lineup. You sometimes you forget when you're rewatching them. But as the names come up, you're like, oh wait, that person's in it, and that person's in it, and that person's in it. Like what?
So The Fan is. I'll give you the plot real quick. It's about so Robert De Niro is a San Francisco Giants fan, and he's a fan of, and I forget the character's name, but Wesley Snipes plays like an amazing baseball player for the Giants. And he starts to have a slump, and then Robert De Niro's character is like, well, what's going on? You're my best, I'm one of your biggest fans. So he starts stalking him, and then, so it's a really cool movie. I can't remember when it came out. I have to look it up, but
it would have been like the mid-90s. Like 95, 96.
It was at the height of Wesley Snipes' career when
he had quite a run.
He had an awesome run in the 90s, man. Jeez.
Like
Jungle Fever,
Murder at 1600. Yeah. Obviously Blade.
Passenger 52.
Yeah.
Always Bet on Black. I love that line. But The Fan.
Yeah. A bonus one.
Yeah.
Another great summer movie. Well, obviously we have a big thing coming up, which is the Fringe screenings. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna do my obligatory public service announcement. Get thee to hbgfringe.com/tickets. Mm-hmm. Get your handy dandy button, and then see all the shows.
Yes,
all of them. So the third installment of River City Stories. We have screenings on Thursday, July 16th at 9:20 p.m., Friday, July 17th at 6 p.m., Saturday, July 18th at 4 p.m. And if you want to see more of Alice over here,
Alice,
get the Two Fears for Queers, which is a compendium of different horror shorts with little fun interstitials featuring Alice right there. And those screenings are Thursday, July 16th at 7:40 p.m., Friday, July 17th at 8:50 p.m., and Saturday, July 18th at 5:40 p.m. Yes. And I believe at least one of those dates, or maybe several, we're going to be doing back-to-back. So do the Barbenheimer-Harrisburg thing.
Yeah.
Get your tickets for River City Stories and Fears for Queers, and make it a double feature at Midtown Cinema.
All right, I got the name.
What's the name?
Fears for River City.
Fears for River City. I mean, we might want to keep workshopping that, but I like it.
Let's keep working on the
name. Do you have anything else to share?
No, just make sure you guys, as Wallace said, get your buttons for Fringe. The lineup this year, and it gets bigger and bigger every summer.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of artists coming in from out of town, or out of state.
Yep.
So come and support these artists, show them what Harrisburg's all about, and show them our art scene. We have one of the best art scenes in Pennsylvania. Yes, I said it.
Yep.
We have one of the best in Pennsylvania. So come out, support the artists, have a good time. Yeah, and just, enjoy it.
And stay hydrated.
And stay hydrated.
Especially in this hot, summer, steamy, Kathleen Turner liquid sex voice heat that we're experiencing right now.
Yes.
And most of all, be kind to each other.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye-bye.